I go to sleep every night hopping. I don't wake up again, I've had a problem with depression and anxiety for a long time, probably about 15 to 16 years. Lately, it's gotten worse, and I wish and hope every night that I just don't wake up. I want everything to be over. I'm so tired. I worry about everything and work myself up almost every day. Xanax isn't help like it used to. I have two daughters and I know they would be devastated, but IDK how much longer I can do this. Go to the doctor and try a new prescription or up your dose. I have been in your same shoes and finally going to the doc this last time changed my world. I was put on a different antidepressant I have never been on before, and it was like the first time since I was a young child I felt really good. Just light and able to see things in a positive way again. I'm cheering for you. You got this. You're not alone. Sometimes the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. If you can't do great things, start by doing small things each day in a great way. Sending you lots of good vibes. It may sound crazy, but have you had your vitamin D level checked? My doctor did a simple blood test and found that mine was deficient. She put me on over-the-counter D3, and my energy level has been up ever since. My depression and anxiety disappeared within a week, and my energy level went up and has remained fairly steady for over 10 years. Please do consider it. Best. I caused a car accident on purpose. I didn't expect it to be this bad. A couple of weeks ago, my friend called me while he was driving. He sounded freaked out. He said this guy had been tailgating him for miles, even at 80 miles per hour. The guy was riding his bumper, flashing his brights, and swerving a little like he was trying to intimidate him. My friend was passing through my area and worried the dude might follow him or try something when he stopped. I told him to drop a pin and I'd pull up. Half jokingly, I said, "Yo, when you see me coming, I'll flash my high beams, slam your brakes right after, and let the dude eat it." We'd always joked about how satisfying it would be to teach a tailgater a lesson. I knew that flashing the lights could temporarily blind the guy behind, especially at night, just enough to make the brake check harder to react to. That was the idea. When I saw them coming, I passed going the other way and hit my brights twice. Right after that, my buddy slammed the brakes harder than expected. What happened next was brutal. I heard a screech and looked in the mirror. The guy behind destroyed the entire front end of his car. Airbags deployed instantly. My friend's trunk got crushed, glass exploded everywhere, and some of his stuff got launched into the front seat. The tailgater had to be taken to the hospital. I haven't heard anything since that night. Technically, the guy behind was at fault, cited for following too closely, and his insurance is paying. But my friend's been distant with me since. He told me he didn't realize how bad it would be, and that it felt like a stupid joke until it played out in real life. I don't know how to feel. Part of me thinks the guy deserved it for driving like a maniac, but another part can't stop replaying how messed up it really was. Next time, have your friend go to a police station. You can also call the police and inform them of your location and say someone is tailgating you and swerving and scaring you. I've done it before when I was on the highway, and a giant pickup truck thought it was fun to try to intimidate me. Cops caught up to us and pulled him over. Don't know if he ended up with a ticket or not because they let me leave before they were done talking to him. Ha ha ha, I wish. Happened to me and called the police. They said they'll send someone over and never did. Guy passed me on the double yellow and brake checked me multiple times. Eventually lost him at a red light and booked it home. My dash cam recorded the whole thing, including a picture of his plate and face. And when I called the non-emergency line, they refused to take it. That point, your best bet would be to go to the police station and show them the recording in person. It sounds like your PD is ass. Sorry to hear that. My boyfriend had called non-emergency after his dash cam recorded some crazy road rage like that, and they not only took the recording, but even called him back with a follow-up after visiting the crazy dude's house. I hope I'm not sharing the roads with any of the dumb fucks in this story. You do. This is why the only hand signs I'm giving other drivers is a peace sign while I'm on my way to the quickest exit from the situation. You don't even want to do that. The other half was driving us on an open freeway, and we had a tailgater, so hubs slowed down to the speed minimum, didn't brake check. After a mile or two, the tailgater got into the passing lane and gave us the finger, so we waved and smiled back at him, knowing it would piss them off a bit and give us a chuckle. Instead of just continuing on with their journey, they pointed a gun through their passenger window and swerved, trying to run us off the road. It was the last time either of us ever reacted to another driver's gesture, and instead of slowing down, we just move out of the way of a tailgater. Let them have their way for whatever reason. There are too many psychos with or without CCWs on the road in this day and age. We were lucky our psycho only wanted to play with us and not kill us. Stay safe. Had a guy show us his gun through his window in Colorado because he was trying to go straight in a turning lane and got mad we slowed down to turn in a turning lane. The kicker? He had a kid in the vehicle with him. People are mentally unwell in this country. I was shot at while sitting at a red light trying to make a right turn. There were 4 cars in front of me and a bunch to the left. A car came up behind me way too fast and nearly rear-ended me because the driver wasn't paying attention to the stopped traffic. Instead of slowing down, they swerved into the shoulder between my lane and the left turn lane and started screaming at me. Totally confused, I asked, "What are you screaming about?" and told them to pull over if they needed to talk about it. As I began pulling over, they shot in the direction of my seat. The bullet hit the passenger side. Thankfully, I was alone. Still unsure what had just happened, I started recording the driver, thinking they were going to take off and I'd need the footage since it's a company truck. As soon as they saw me recording, they pulled up next to me and started recording me back. I told them, "You hit me, pull over," and they just shouted, "I don't give a fuck." Once traffic moved enough, I tried to pull away, and that's when they sped off. That's when I realized they had actually shot at me. I got their face clearly on video, but the car wasn't registered to them, had a fake plate, and the gun didn't belong to them either. Later, I found out they were late for a job interview. And yes, they caught her with just the video I had. I stole from McDonald's back in the late 1990s when I worked there. It's not that this bothers me ever, but thought I would confess, as I have never really come clean about it. I worked at McDonald's from 1996 to 1999. I worked for 2 years in grill and became a crew member and eventually made my way to closing manager at 18 years old. My first year when I was still in the grill, they were doing their Monopoly promotion. One day when I was in the back smoke area, this was the 90s, in the stock room, and I propped open the back door and ended up taking 1 full box of Monopoly hash brown wrappers and put it in my car. I never got caught. And a few weeks later, I remember the store manager mentioned to another manager that they think something is missing, but nothing came of it. That box, if I remember correctly, had 4 individual boxes inside with a total of 5,000 hash brown sleeves. I sat in my room for the next few days, peeling every one of them. Unfortunately, I did not win anything crazy, but I had over 400 free extra value meals. Hundreds and hundreds or free sandwiches and breakfast stuff. Hundreds of free drinks and ice creams, etc. I was in 10th grade in high school at the time, and for the next few weeks I would randomly hand them all out to others.
You never won because the whole thing was a scam. Seriously, look it up. Any big prizes were won by specific chosen people. Literally, it was a scam.
I worked there in the 80s and we stole so much shit. Back then, the Monopoly pieces were individual pieces and not attached to a drink cup or fry box. We stole them by the case, like 1,000 pieces at a time. We'd spend hours unwrapping them, then we'd eat for free all summer long at other McD's with all our winning pieces. Was going to say I was too young for the golden days, but I remember my brother bringing home large bags of the Atari scratch-off games. I played so many I could scratch everyone to be a winner. Ha ha ha. My buddy's sister worked there in the 80s and would give us bags of Monopoly tickets in the drive-thru. We had so much free food we started selling the winning tickets.